I am making cherry mash, and if you guys don't know what that is, it's an old-fashioned candy, but oh my goodness, it is so delicious. It is not even funny how delicious it is. This is my grandma's favorite candy. Okay, except I'm gonna do an easier method. Now, the first thing you wanna do is smush all your cherries and get the juices out, because you don't want too much juice watering down your filling, okay? So, get it all smushed and soaked up. If you watch my other channel, Living on a Dime to Grow Rich, you'll see I just did a paper towel test. This is one of those things that I use paper towels for. Okay, so now we're going to get this all smaller pieces. Now this is about an 8-ounce jar worth of cherries. And by the way, when your cherries are gone, don't throw away your cherry juice. Save it, add some Sprite and some lime, and you've got yourself a limeade. We are going to give you our Dining on a Dime cookbook ebook, volume number 1, free at livingonadime.com. Click on our shop, click on our ebooks, click on Dining on a Dime volume 1, add it to your cart. When you go to checkout, use the coupon code DINING1 and you will get our ebook absolutely free with no obligation and no strings attached. Visit us at livingonadime.com. Okay, now I've got my butter and powdered sugar. Right, then I have, now this is just optional. I just like extra cherry flavor, so that's optional, and also vanilla is optional, but I like those extra flavors. All right, so we're gonna get this mixed up first. It's extremely crumbly, just hold on, got some magic happening here. Okay, so now we're gonna add in our cherries and see how much liquid that adds. Now, I was gonna add a little bit more red, but I don't think I am. Now, that is a little too thin for rolling balls, so I'm gonna add a half a cup of powdered sugar at a time until I get to the right consistency. Still pretty thin, but I think I'm going to set it in the refrigerator, let it set up, and see if we can roll balls in about an hour. Okay, it has been approximately about half an hour, I can't remember when I put these in, and there we go, we got little balls. Yep, that should work good. But you know what, I'm not going to even roll them because this is actually doing pretty well. And the stuff that's on top here that got colder faster actually is rolling better, so I would probably let it sit a full hour. I think I was only like a half an hour or so. But I need to get this done. I just found me an oven on Facebook Marketplace, so we're headed over there in 2 hours to hopefully get me a new used oven. So I wonder if I could disassemble this old oven and sell parts for something. Could I sell the heating elements? Okay, now we're gonna let these firm up and then we will dip them. Okay, got my chocolate here. I had some white chocolate in here earlier, but I was setting my candies outside to get cold because it's like 2 degrees and the snow blew all over them. So, gonna take my nut chopper here. And yes.
Now they're just winter candies.
Now they're winter candies?
Yeah.
I guess. Something like that.
Oh, nuts.
Oh, aren't you funny? Okay. So I got my nuts in there. Yum. Does that look delicious or what?
It does.
Here we go. Oh, they didn't freeze. What? Oh no. Okay, I'm about to give up on this. This is the 3rd time I've made these and I keep having issues. All right, let's see. Great.
Could it be a different elevation? Or?
Well, I thought it said the temperature was, no, elevation doesn't have anything to do with it. I thought it was above freeze or below freezing out there.
Okay, 11.
It's 11 degrees outside.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, we're just gonna give it a try and see what happens. Maybe the snow made them wet. I don't know. Okay, well, I would suggest put them out in your actual freezer in case you live in Wyoming and have blowing snow. Well, now my chocolate has frozen or set up. Okay, well, we'll see how these turn out. I don't know. Here, Jack, you want to taste one and see what it tastes like?
Sure.
Okay. Be my taste tester.
Ooh, wow.
I'll taste test even though I shouldn't.
Mmm.
Well, it tastes good.
Hmm?
It tastes good.
Yeah? That's pretty good, actually. If they're frozen solid, they'd be very good.
I think they just got wet. Oops.
Well,
oh well.
Can you put them back out and see if...
Yeah, let's see if these set up. Here is my cherry mash. Oh my goodness. Okay, I have to admit it's been a really long day, but look at that. Oh, that looks delicious. Valentine almond bark. Now I have some white left over from dipping, so I'm going to add, how much white do I want? Guess I'll go ahead and add this little bit. and get it started melting. Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna use red, light pink, and white. Okay, I'm gonna let that melt for just a second while I get the rest of my sprinkles. All right, we got our first layer going down. Okay. Next, going to do our pink. All right, pink. Ooh, that's pretty. Now, if you're worried about your chocolate setting up before you get your other colors poured, you can put this in a 170-degree oven for just like a minute while you're melting this, and that'll keep it warm. But this just takes literally 2 minutes, so it shouldn't take you too long. Okay. Okay, there's the pink. Now the red. Okay, now we're gonna pour our red. Ooh, that's looking pretty. Gotta do all our red number 40 before they outlaw it. Oh, brother. Okay. There we go. Now, I'm going to take and swirl. Now what I'm gonna do is shake it, kind of get it to even out. See all those bubbles? Get all the bubbles out. A bit more. Just run over the top to get all the bubbles out. So, oh, nice. Okay. Now for all of our thousands of sprinkles. Then I'm also gonna add some of these marshmallows. Love how they add extra weight. You need white to bring out the other colors. Just gently tap it all over here. Okay, now we're gonna let this set up. Oh, and then we're gonna crack it. Okay, I have my bark. Ooh, is that not beautiful? Okay, look at that. Thumbnail. Thumbnail. Ooh, okay. What's the back side look like? Oh, that looks cool. Look at this, Jack. Oops.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Doesn't that look cool? Thumbnail. Holy cow, that would be cool just by itself. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. Yum. Oops. All right. There we go. Beautiful Valentine's Day almond bark. Cream cheese fudge. Adding my white chocolate chips or almond bark or baking bars, whatever white chocolate you have or want. Easter bunnies, white chocolate Easter bunnies left over from Easter would also work. Okay. 32 ounces of chocolate, white chocolate, and 1 8-ounce brick of cream cheese, and we're gonna melt this. All right, while that is melting in the microwave, I've got some cherries here. Now you could use nuts, cherries, whatever you want. But I've got some cherries that are the maraschino cherries, and I'm drying those off so that they aren't so moist in my fudge. All right, I'm stirring my cream cheese and my chips every 30 seconds or so, 30, 45 seconds, so they don't burn. You just want it as dry as possible, otherwise your fudge can kind of get too moist and not stick together. You can also use candied cherries, walnuts, almonds, pecans, pistachios, whatever flavor you want. Oh, wow, that smells delicious. Now, you do not have to add this, but I like a cheesecakey flavor. So I'm gonna add just a tiny bit, about a half a teaspoon of lemon extract because I like a cheesecake. I like everything that tastes like cheesecake, and adding that little bit of lemon gives it that taste. All right, now I'm going to dump about 3/4 of these cherries in there. Leave a few to decorate the top. Get this all mixed in. Ooh, that looks festive. This is an easy 3 or 4 ingredient fudge, just depending on what add-ins you do. Okay, now we're gonna let this set up, and then we're gonna come back and cut it. Cherry cream cheese fudge. Oh my. Or cherry cheesecake fudge, I should say. Okay, this is a test recipe. So Mike is standing here getting ready to test it. He doesn't know it. But we shall see if it is living on a dime worthy. Or excuse me, super easy recipes worthy. Wrong channel.
Is it a super easy recipe?
Yes, it is. But I may have messed it up.
So it's not as easy as you thought.
No, and I just cut it all wrong too. Shoot. I did not mean to do that.
Well, if you cut it about, each piece about in thirds, then it would be a 100-calorie recipe.
There you go. Cherry cheesecake fudge.
Ooh, it looks like cheese.
Cherry cream cheese fudge. I don't know what to call this one.
Smells like cheesecake.
Does it? Does it taste like cheesecake?
Mmm.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't have my makeup on, so I'm just
I got a big bite of the cherry, which is why I was slightly delayed. You want me to turn it so you can see?
No, because I don't have my makeup on.
I don't have my makeup on either. I'm still on camera.
Thank you for not having your makeup on. I appreciate that. Okay.
Let me try a piece
Cherry.
that's not the cherry.
Cherry cheesecake fudge or cream cheese fudge? Cream cheese fudge. But it does have a cheesecakey flavor.
It does. Yep. Mm-hmm.
We'll call it cream cheese fudge, but it has a cheesecakey flavor. I got these Rice Krispies on sale for 47 cents after Valentine's Day and Halloween. They had some for Christmas too, but I didn't need any more. First thing you're gonna wanna do is spray your baking pan so that they come out easily. Now, I'm using a silicone baking pan, but you don't have to. You can just use a regular baking pan. I just happen to have this one. Okay, so we're going to melt our butter in the pan. And when this is melted, we are making chocolate cherry Rice Krispie Treats. We're going to add cherry gelatin. All right, when your butter or margarine is melted, you're going to add cherry jello. And we're going to stir that in. Then we're going to add our marshmallows. This recipe is in our Dining on a Dime cookbook, volume 2, page 291, 25% off right now. The recipe is in the description below. Would you like a marshmallow, honey?
Sure. Happy Valentine's Day to me.
Okay, now we're going to get this all melted. Okay, while that's melting, we're going to get our Rice Krispies, and this is, how many cups? 8 cups. Isn't that festive?
Yes. What a coincidence that you got the Valentine's colors.
For Valentine's Day? That's called planning ahead. All right, so my marshmallows are getting melted. Yum. Took it off the heat so it doesn't burn. While my marshmallows continue to finish melting here, just keep stirring. Alright, we are almost there. We're almost there. Then we have our Rice Krispies. Okay. I moved over here so Mike can film easier, and I probably should have gotten a bigger spoon, but I don't believe in dirtying extra dishes. Okay, I'm gonna have to get an extra spoon. Okay, here we go. Yum aroma. All right, now. Yes, for everyone asking, I did wash my hands. Now, we're going to take and put this in our pan. Okay, now you can put a little butter on your hands. You can put a little cooking spray on your hands, or you can take a leftover butter or margarine. Now, I just keep these in a little zip top bag in the refrigerator. And then when I need one, I just pull it out or use the one that I used in the recipe. Okay, and get this all nice and smooth. Now we're going to let this cool, then we're going to cut and put our chocolate on. All right, our Rice Krispies are all set up. Woo, those look good. Now, we are going to cut these. I want these really large because they're going for a bake sale. So,
you weren't kidding.
they got to be impressive.
6 Rice Krispies Treats. You would usually get like 18 of them out of that pan.
Yeah. Okay, so now I have Easter bunnies. That's milk chocolate that I got on clearance after Easter. So what I'm going to do is melt this for my chocolate on my Rice Krispie Treats. Okay, I'm going to need way more chocolate than that. Okay, so these are casualties of Easter, and I got these for $0.25. So 25 cents for how much milk chocolate? For 8 ounces of milk chocolate for 25 cents. That's a pretty darn good deal. There you go, Peter. Rest in pieces. Let's go melt this. Oh, I crack me up. Sometimes I'm the only one I crack up, but I crack me up.
I was gonna make a Wasco-y Wabbit joke. I just couldn't think of the right one. Holy moly, if they're that giant, how much are you gonna sell them for?
Like $5.
Are there only gonna be 6 of them?
Got like, I have all those plus 6 more boxes of Rice Krispies.
But you're only making the video from one batch? I see. You're gonna be busy.
Okay, you stir your chocolate in between microwaving so that your chocolate doesn't burn on the bottom of your measuring cup. I don't know why the heat all concentrates down there, but it does. Somebody can give me the workings of a microwave description. Okay, make it the short version so I don't have to go through a 15-page comment. Okay, just a tad more. All right, I'm pretty sure, yes. Okay, now just to make these a little bit more uniform, I'm gonna cut off the edges on these ones because I didn't cut it straight down the middle. Okay, it's a little bit better. Oh, guess who gets to eat? Are you
I
sad?
was gonna say, oh darn, there's all those little pieces that have to be eaten.
Okay. Now, here, just make sure it looks nice and pretty. And let's make this one nice and pretty. There. And we'll make this one nice and pretty. Okay, OCD is taking over. Stop! Okay. There. Now, here comes the fun part. Are you ready? All right, this one got a little too clumpy, so let's just take a fork and okay, that's not working very well.
Do you remember the Which of These Things Doesn't Belong song?
Okay, here we go. Now, this is Mike's testing one. Okay, chocolate.
Mmm.
Chocolate cherry Rice Krispie Treats.
Mm-hmm.
All right, on to the next one. Wow, testing all these isn't really going to help with weight loss, is it?
No.
Valentine nougat. Starting my Valentine candies now. I have 2 half bags of marshmallows. I'm not sure how I got 2 half bags, but I did. But I'm doing this wrong. So first of all, I need to put in my butter. Okay, my butter and my white chocolate chips. And we're gonna go get this started melting. Now, in the meantime, while all that's melting, I am going to start cutting up my Valentine cherry dots. Now, y'all in my other videos told me to use the scissors. So let's see how this works. Ooh, that works great. Good thinking, guys, good thinking. All right. Yep, that's gonna work great. Okay. Ooh. Wow, that's looking great. All right. So now pour in my marshmallows. Before I finish heating that up, I'm gonna get the rest of my dots. You should do this probably before you get started heating everything up, but you know me, guys. I just go for it. Here's the fastest way to do it. Hold it by the edges. So here's how you do it. Pick it up by the edges and snip. That's how you do it. Okay, now we're gonna add these back to the microwave and start melting. Perfect. Okay. Now we're going to add in our cherry dots. All right, guys, please comment and let me know, are you a dots lover? Are you a nougat lover? I love the Brock's nougats. And when I found this recipe, I was so excited. I love Brock's nougat. And I can't find it where I'm at. All right, there we go. My goodness, less than 5 minutes. And we have some wonderful Valentine candy. We're gonna let this set up. Be right back and cut it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it like this. There we go. This recipe is in the description below and on our website at livingonadime.com. It is my Valentine nougat. Oh, yum. That looks so good. Okay, here we go. Now, I have found, just so you guys know, after testing, oh my goodness, this is probably my 6th or 7th batch of nougat, maybe 8th batch of nougat I've made, that the Nestle's white chocolate chips seem to be the best and the easiest to work with. So if you need a specific brand, I do find those seem to work the best. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Yum. Look at that. Ugh. Okay. So, here we go. Nobody's home to test it. Oh. This stuff is so darn tootin' good. It's not even funny. Mmm. All right, guys, you gotta make the all cherry nougat for Valentine's Day. 10 out of 10. I'm making some Cool Whip candy, and I am going to make it strawberry flavored for Valentine's Day. Now, you want the equivalent of 2 bags of chocolate chips. This is 24 ounces, so this is just slightly over 2 bags of chocolate chips. So, first thing I'm gonna do is melt this in the microwave. Found this strawberry shake. Yum. Pudding filling. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add that into my Cool Whip candy. So instead of, instead of 2 ingredients, 3 ingredients. Instead of 2 ingredients, I'm gonna do 3 ingredients. It smells really good. Yum. I took my 1200 watt microwave about 1.5 minutes. Now there's a couple of unmelted chunks, so I'm gonna go ahead and get those stirred in. Now this is still pretty warm. So out of curiosity, it's 122 degrees. So I am going to let this cool down to probably 80, 90 degrees. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add my strawberry pudding. And you know what else I'm gonna add? I have these dried strawberries that I smashed up for another candy for my other truffles. I'm gonna put those in there. All right. So I'm gonna get all of that mixed in while this is cooling down. Oh, that looks just like a strawberry shake. Oh, yum. Oh man, it smells just like one too. Oh, that is delicious. Wow. Okay, gonna let this cool down and then we're going to add our Cool Whip. Some of my chocolate bit cooled on the sides here. Okay. Get that mixed back in. I've got my tub of Cool Whip, whipped topping, whatever you can use. Yes, if you want to use real whipped cream, you can. Gently stir your Cool Whip in. Okay. Now I'm gonna put it in my pan. We're gonna let this get set up. Then we will cut or do circles. I haven't decided yet. Might cut this into pieces actually. Now this has a removable bottom, but if yours doesn't have a removable bottom, then you may want to line it with parchment paper. Ooh, that looks yummy. Now you don't want to smash it down too much because you still want it to be fluffy. Now we're gonna let this set up. And we're gonna come back and cut it. It's set up, I think. Or maybe not. Oh dear. I might have a situation here. Did I let it set up enough? I do not believe I let it set up enough. Okay, so let's just go ahead and cut this anyway, and then we'll freeze it. Oh, wow. Oops, that was a little small. Okay. I think those are a little large, so I'm going to cut them smaller. Okay. Now we're gonna get them all on the tray and frozen. So these remind me of something, and I cannot for the life of me think of what it is, and it's driving me bonkers. Here, BJ, you wanna try a bite and tell me if this reminds you of something? Just a little tiny bite.
The taste or the look?
The taste. The taste reminds me of something and I can't place it. You know what? Maybe it is just a strawberry milkshake from Sonic. That's the flavor. I think it is. I think it's just the Sonic strawberry milkshake flavor.
Yeah.
Would you say it's a milkshake flavor?
Probably.
Okay, yeah. Hello. Tara, get with it.
Tastes kind of like taffy.
Yeah, or taffy too. Okay, now these little leftover pieces I'm just gonna smush, make into little balls, put them on here. Yeah, I think it's just a strawberry milkshake is what it reminds me of. Hello, since that's the flavor. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and freeze these and then we'll come back and dip them. Right, I am dipping my white coating to give these a try. All right. To dip them. Now I might do half chocolate, half white. I don't know, I'll see. Just take a toothpick, stick it in the center. Now, I would just do a few and then put your sprinkles on because your coating will set up and get hard if you wait and do them all at the same time. So. Okay, we have our Cool Whip candy here. And it is frozen solid. Ooh.
That is yummy looking.
Yum. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
See if you know what it reminds you of.
Mmm. It's a really amazing strawberry flavor.
Strawberry milkshake, maybe? That's what it reminded me of. It is
Maybe.
strawberry shake pudding I put in there, but...
Really good. This is amazingly good.
Is it?
Wow. This is
Yay.
really fantastic.
Cool Whip candy.
Mm-hmm.
I am making vanilla cherry cupcakes. Now, just use a white box cake mix if you want. I just don't happen to have one on hand, and I really want to make this recipe today. So, I am making this out of my Dining on a Dime cookbook. Volume 1 on page 292, nope, 293. It is absolutely delicious. Now, here's something. So, I am using expired ingredients, and I'm going to show you. Oh, no, I'm not. The sugar is not expired. Okay. My flour expired in 2023, and this is January of 2025. It tastes and smells just fine, so there's nothing wrong with it. So I'm gonna be using it. I've got my baking powder. And my salt. So I put in the wrong amount of baking powder. And normally I get all my dry ingredients just kind of mixed together first. Now, like I said, a box cakes mix is perfectly fine. I have this milk that I need to use up from my stockpile. So I'm using that. My 1 cup of milk. And my vanilla. And my eggs. Now, I am using 3 regular eggs instead of 4 egg whites, just because I don't feel like wasting egg whites. But here's the other caveat. I don't have my 3 eggs, so I'm going to use buttermilk as my substitute. You could use applesauce in there. Mayonnaise would work just fine. Mayonnaise is just eggs and butter, so just add a quarter milk, just add a quarter of a cup of any of those and replace 1 egg. Okay, now we're going to mix this. Oops, I forgot my oil. And my half a cup of shortening. And I'm throwing in just a little bit of butter. This isn't even close to my original recipe. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. All right, we got my cupcake liners there that I bought. I think I got 1,000 of these, or 2,000, I don't know. Whatever 3 packages of this is for $1 at a yard sale, so I will never run out of cupcake liners in my entire life. Now, here's a little tip. Take a scoop and you can precisely measure each cupcake. Also, here's another tip, and I didn't do it and I should have. You can get uncolored vanilla. So if you want a pure white cake, don't use this vanilla. Get the Baker's pure white vanilla, and it works really good. Tastes delicious. Okay, now, because my oven, or because my tray is a darker tray, this heats up a lot more, so I'm gonna turn my temperature from 350 down to 325, and we're gonna get these baked, okay? Ready? Okay, I have my cherry filling here. Now, this is, I think, 2 pounds that I bought at the Amish store. Yes, guys, the Amish do not make their own fillings. They just repackage stuff. Everybody thinks the Amish make all these homemade stuff. They don't. All they do is repackage. It's good marketing. Okay, so, and then this is my cupcake number 230. Wilton number 230 tip to fill my cupcakes. Yeah, the Amish are really good at repackaging and marketing. That's how they make most of their money. Now, I like them really full, so I go just until they start to crack on the sides. Oh, you know what this would taste like? Was a raspberry, like a raspberry zinger if I got raspberry filling.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, that would be delicious. I wonder if the Amish store has raspberry filling.
So would you mix a little with coconut and put it on the top?
Yes. Oh man, that would be so good.
Especially if it was like the old zingers before they made them healthy.
Yeah. And bite-sized, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so now had a request for cream cheese. So I was like, all right, if you wanted to make this cream cheese frosting even more creamier, you could take a brick of cream cheese and mix it with this if you want, but this is just cream cheese flavored. Okay, so now that I thought I had cherries, but I could not find the cherries. So, oops, hide the crumb there. So I'm gonna put a dollop on top so that I know it's cherry. Oh, that looks delicious. All right, now let me cut into it and I'll show you what it looks like. Cut into. Really good.
Yum.
Oh, yum.
You see the ones at the bakery that have a little hole in the side?
That's why.
That's exactly how they make it.
Yep.
There's nothing special they're doing that you're not doing, right?
Nope. Except they're making 3,000 of them. There's another variation. Fill it with your cherry, strawberry, raspberry filling. Then and let's try it one other way also. Oh man, I'm just getting all creative on this one. Oops. Spread that on top. Okay. Now we're going to take some coconut and Oh, that looks so good. Oh my goodness, I absolutely love zingers. Man, if I had my choice between ho-ho ding-dongs and zingers, I would take zingers any day. Oh my, look at that. Yum. Oh, my side fell off, but oh my goodness, that looks so good. Okay, you ready for a taste test?
Sure, I want you to taste it.
Okay. Pick yourself a piece of...
Look at that. Coconut on the side there. Mmm. Mmm. Wow, this is like a zinger.
Is it like a zinger?
It's like the way I remember them anyway.
Oh, man, yum. Except you still have another taste test.
Hmm?
Oh, yum. What dost thou thinkest?
Mmm. Oh, yeah.
Oil in here, heating up to 350 to 370. Cutters, here's the donut hole cutter. I'm gonna cut out 4 of these because my son likes one of my sons likes just the plain biscuits, not the filled, or the plain donuts, not the filled. See how they start sizzling? Your oil is ready. Oh, good grief. Turn them over when they're lightly browned. All right, now for the powdered sugar ones, my son specifically likes powdered sugar. Now, Mom used to put these in a bag and shake them up. You can do that. I had this bowl of leftover powdered sugar, so I'm just dipping it in here. Oh, yum. Now, to make a glaze, just going to add a tiny bit of milk. In case you're wondering what the pink is, it's left over from my cookies that I dipped in there. So then, to make the glazed, I just take my donut, just like that. Then I take this next donut, and I go just like that. Does that not look absolutely delicious? Okay, we're gonna let these cool, and then we're gonna be right back and fill them. These two pastry fillers. Now this one I think is for more like cannolis. Is that? I think that's gonna be too big. So I'm gonna use my small one. And I have a disposable pastry bag here. And then I got this thing of filling from the Amish store. This one is cherry, and I wanted to try it. This is what they use to fill their donuts. You guys think the Amish make everything homemade? They don't. This is what they use to fill their homemade donuts. It's kind of funny. Okay. Now, whoops. Is that not full size? All right, then we're gonna take our donut and poke it in. You can kind of feel it start to fill your donut. Voila. Yum. Okay, now I'm gonna take my frosting. Oh, doesn't that look delicious? Yum. These two. So I guess this is technically 4 ways to make, not just 3, but yum. Has a huge mess here, but let me show you what it looks like. Oh, that looks delicious. Hey, look at that yummy, luscious goodness for Valentine's Day.
Am I your Valentine, honey?
Oh, you're my, here, should we smooch? Hold on, can they see us? Okay, very good. There we go.
The smooch is better than the donut.
Oh.
Well, I haven't tried the donut, but oh man, I love them with filled ones. I don't think I've ever had a homemade one.
It's cherry. That's because I've never made a homemade cherry one.
Yum. That's delicious.
Isn't that good?
Yum. Oh, I'm gonna eat the whole thing now.
Happy Valentine's Day.